Chill, nigga.
Get that ass, Rich.
Get his ass, Rich. Record this nigga. Record this nigga. Hello, Twitter.
I love it.
What up? I appreciate you checking me out. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about Anthony Davis. I want to try to rank Anthony Davis not just as a big man in the NBA or historically in the NBA, but as an NBA player in general. Where do we rank Anthony Davis as far as NBA players throughout the history of the NBA, right? I think a lot of the time what we do is we try to give players credit that I don't want to say that they don't deserve, but I think that sometimes we give too much respect to some players. A lot of players get more respect than they actually deserve because they did great things, good things at a point in time, right? I don't even want to say great things, especially when it comes to Anthony Davis, because in my eyes, the way I see it, Anthony Davis is he's help at best. Anthony Davis is great help at best, and I think that's the best way to sum Anthony Davis up. He's not a number one guy. He's a number two guy. And I say that because when he was the number one guy, he never did anything that was jaw-dropping. He's never done anything that was just so ridiculously amazing to me. Well, whatever the case may be, I came up with a list of players that are at least equal to or better than Anthony Davis, whether we're talking statistically, throughout their career, fits with a team. I don't even really want to say fits with a team because I really want to just kind of stick to it being an individual player. So let's talk about Anthony Davis's career achievements first. Let's talk about his accolades, his stats, his credentials. Anthony Davis, over 591 games, averaged 24 points, 10 rebounds. He's a 3-time block champ. All right. He 4-time all defensive. 51% field goal shooter on his career. 30% 3-point shooter over his career. I think over a season, his career high is 12 rebounds per game. 28 points over 75 games was his high. And so to me, that's Anthony Davis's peak. That's his ceiling. We've seen the best that we will see out of Anthony Davis. 28 points, 12 rebounds. A block champ. We've seen the best out of Anthony Davis that we will see in his career. Does he have time? 28 years old with an injury history like his, yeah, he got time, I guess, but how much? I would say he got about 5 years to try and put himself in the conversation of greatest big men of all time. Let me just put this kind of in perspective for you of what I mean. I'll start small. I'll talk about let's just do this. Let's do this. I'll start talking about a list of players that I just got wrote down here. And you tell me whether or not you really think about it. Take your personal feelings out of it and really think about what I'm saying. And you tell me whether or not you got Anthony Davis over any of these guys. First off, we got Dwight Howard. 5-time rebound champ, 2-time block champ, 3-time defensive player of the year, 5-time all defensive, 16 points, 12 rebounds over his career. The points are not there, but we know what Dwight Howard can do in his prime. We seen Dwight Howard in his prime, right? And he took scrubs to the finals. But even if you don't agree that he took scrubs to the finals, he still got better accolades than Anthony Davis. All right. Number 2, Dirk, the big German, finals MVP, regular season MVP. Now, I didn't even write down Dirk's stats or numbers or nothing like that, for the simple fact that he's got a finals MVP and a regular season MVP. And that year where he won the championship, it was one of the toughest paths to the chip. All right. So I got more respect on Dirk than Anthony Davis off that alone. All right. Number 3, we got the big ticket, KG, 4-time rebound champ, 12-time all defensive. He's an MVP. He's the defensive player of the year. Tim Duncan. We ain't really even got to go down Timmy resume, but let's do it because he's one of my favorite players of all time. 5-time champ, 3 times final MVP, 2-time MVP, 5-time all defensive, 19 points, 11 rebounds over his career. Charles Barkley. That's going to sound crazy. Charles Barkley. But yeah, I got Chuck over Anthony Davis. He's a rebound champ. He's an MVP. He's averaged 22 points and 12 rebounds over his career. What's also interesting is the number of points he's averaged. His season high is 28 points per game, and that was over a span of 80 games, right? So Chuck, Shaq, quit playing, 2-time scoring champ, 3-time all defensive, 3-time finals MVP. That's enough said about that. I'm going to skip this next name, and I'm going to come back to it. I just want to prove a bigger point. I'm going to actually skip these next 2 names, and I'm going to go over to David Robinson, my man, the Admiral, another one of my favorites. He's got a rebounding champ. He's a block champ, MVP, scoring champ, 8-time all defensive, 30 points per game over 80 games was his career high, over a season high, I'm sorry. And get this, he's got 8 years where he's played 80 games or more. I stumbled over that a little bit. Let me say it again. He has 8 seasons where he has played 80 games or more. Now, I'm talking about these 80 game seasons to point out durability of a player, because that's a big thing. You can be one of the greatest in the world, but if you haven't been on the court to show it, then how can I accurately judge you? All right, I'm gonna skip this next name. I'm gonna go to Karl Malone, 2-time MVP, 4-time all defensive. Dig this about this guy. He played 19 seasons in the NBA. 17 seasons he had 80 games or more. The mailman. I got Moses Malone. 6-time rebounding champ, 3-time MVP, 2-time all defensive. He's got a finals MVP. And he also has scored 29 points per game in a season. Yeah, I'm only bringing that up because Anthony Davis's was 28. His high was 28. His peak was 28 as far as scoring goes. And for Moses, that was 29 points per game over 80 games. All right. But let's start getting into some of the other guys, like let's just get into some of the other guys. But before we do, take note that I left off some names. All right. I left off Patrick Ewing. I left off Hakeem Olajuwon. I left off Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I left off Bill Russell. I left off Wilt Chamberlain. All right. So that's 5 more guys who could go ahead of Anthony Davis. But I'm trying to cut him a little bit of slack because I'm gonna beat up on him a little bit. So I'm trying to cut him a little bit of slack, right? So let's just talk about Dennis Rodman. That might sound crazy to some people. Maybe not if you like 50 or something like that. 50 or 60, maybe if you watch the NBA back during those days. But I for sure got Dennis Rodman over Anthony Davis. Let me tell you why. 7-time rebound champ, 2-time defensive player of the year, 8-time all defensive. He averaged 19 rebounds over 82 games one year. 19 rebounds over 82 games. He got 6 seasons where he played 80 plus games. I got Dennis Rodman for sure over Anthony Davis. All right. What about this one? What about Ben Wallace? Ben Wallace is a 2-time rebound champ. He's a block champ, 6-time all defensive, 4-time defensive player of the year. I got Ben Wallace over Anthony Davis for sure, for sure. I don't even know how you might could argue with that one. You gonna bring up points per game? I just put Ben Wallace on AD. He'll lock him up. Larry Legend. Now, some people might say that Larry plays small forward. Larry was listed as a power forward. All right. He might have played small forward, but he did play power forward as well. So he qualified for this list. And he qualified to be picked over Anthony Davis. 3-time all defensive, 3-time MVP, 2 times finals MVP. 24 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, 6 assists per game over his career. But that ain't even the worst of it. That ain't where I'm going to stop. See, that list right there that I just kind of threw out, these are players who, throughout NBA history, are considered some of the greatest big men of all time, right? Let's just talk about a couple of current guys in the NBA. Let's talk about Rudy Gobert. Let's talk about Rudy Gobert. Block champ, 3-time defensive player of the year, looking like he might get his 4th one this year. We not sure. I don't know yet, depending on how many games he missed. 3-time defensive player of the year, 5-time all defensive, 65% field goal over his career. That's his percentage, 65%. Now, I probably should have left that off, because it ain't like he's the primary ball handler on his team. He don't get the most touches or the second most touches on his team. So you can omit that. You can omit that part, right? But right now he averaging 15 rebounds per game this season. And he a 4-time all NBA. That's pretty equivalent to what Anthony Davis got going on in some aspects. But 3 defensive players of the year, we talking about my big man. Ain't that what I want? I don't want my big man to have to go out there and score 30 points per game. It's good if he do. But I really would probably like for him to lead the scoring up to my guards and my wings and let him just man the middle. Protect that rim. Get them boards. Make people scared to come down here. Now, ain't nobody scared to come down there with Rudy Gobert, but 3 defensive player of the year awards means that your success rate probably ain't that high. All right. Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is 3-time all defensive. I think Anthony Davis is 4. But aside from that, when Joel Embiid is out there on that court, He looked like one of the most dominating dudes. It looked like it's nothing he can't do out there. As a matter of fact, this season he got 4 or 5 games where he had more points than minutes. That's rough. You know what I'm saying? That's a rough one right there. Joel Embiid is going to do it on both ends of the floor. He going to get it done. I ain't even write his stats down. I just wrote that down. He's dominant because he is dominant. He's more dominant than Anthony Davis. He's more of an alpha than Anthony Davis. I would trust my team to be built around him before I would trust it to be built around Anthony Davis. All right. Now, y'all know how I feel about this guy right here, Draymond Green. Y'all know how I feel about Draymond Green. No disrespect to Draymond, but a lot of y'all know how I feel about Draymond Green out here. I'm not saying that I got Draymond Green over Anthony Davis, but just hear me out, though. Just hear me out. Like it's a conversation at least, right? Because Draymond got that dog in him. He got that dog in him. He can be the motor for your team. Can he be the leading scorer? No. But he was the defensive player of the year. He was a steal champ. He's 6-time all defensive. 1 defensive player of the year award is more than Anthony Davis got. Am I saying that I'll pick Draymond Green over Anthony Davis? That's not exactly what I'm saying. What I am saying is that it's up for debate. It's up for debate, and it shouldn't be up for debate if Anthony Davis is so great, right? All right. Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns. Over his career, he averaged 23 points per game, 11 rebounds per game. So that's 1 more rebound and 1 less point than Anthony Davis over his career. He had 3 seasons where he played 80 games or more. I don't think Anthony Davis has ever done that. His three-point percentage is 10% higher than Anthony Davis' three-point percentage. 53% field goal percentage for 53% field goal shooter. And he averaged 25 points per game over 82 games one season. Now, I'm not exactly saying that I would take Anthony Davis over Karl Anthony Towns, but I'm not saying that I'm not. I'm saying that Karl Anthony Towns over Anthony Davis shouldn't be a debate. It just shouldn't be a conversation that I would be having, because I don't have. This is the thing. This is the whole point of this conversation right here. Karl Anthony Towns is not considered one of the greatest big men of all time, or one of the greatest NBA players of all time. And with that being the case, I still don't know if I would take him or Anthony Davis. If Anthony Davis is so great, that shouldn't be a question. We shouldn't even be debating that right there. It should be Anthony Davis hands down without thinking. All right. Let's try this. Listen to this. Listen at since Anthony Davis been in the league, listen at the players who have won Defensive Player of the Year. And then tell me why Anthony Davis has never won one at all if he's so good on defense. When he first got into the league, Tyson Chandler. Then it was Marc Gasol. Now, a lot of controversy came with the Marc Gasol one because a lot of people felt like it should go to LeBron. Well, here's my rebuttal to that. It shouldn't have went to Anthony Davis, so it don't matter. It don't matter if the award was manipulated that year or not, because it don't help Anthony Davis. He was not, it didn't go to him next. You understand what I'm saying? After that, it was Joakim Noah. Is Joakim Noah a better defender than Anthony Davis? Yes. Yes, he is. He absolutely is. All right. Kawhi got it twice. Draymond Green got it once. Rudy Gobert got it 3 times. It was a little bit of controversy behind one of those that he got. He only played 56 games one of those seasons. But again, he beat out Joel Anthony for the award, not Anthony Davis. I mean, Joel Embiid for the award, not Anthony Davis. And then we got Yanni. So if he's such a good defender, why has he not won any Defensive Player of the Year awards? If he's such a bucket, why hasn't he gotten any scoring titles? I got a list of non-MVPs. That I got over Anthony Davis. That I would trust to build a team around before Anthony Davis. Rudy Gobert, Trae Young, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, DeMar DeRozan. Hey, look, man. Maybe it'll be easier to tell you the players that I do have Anthony Davis over. You know who else I ain't even mentioned? Jokic. I ain't even mentioned Jokic. Like, don't that, hey, man, it's 3 white boys ahead of you. It's 3 white boys that I'll take before I take Anthony Davis. I think we giving Anthony Davis a little too much credit. I think we should take a step back and try to figure out how or where Anthony Davis really rank amongst NBA players. Because personally, I don't think is very high on that list. I just don't think it's very high on that list, man. I got AD over Andre Drummond. I got AD over Steven Adams. I got AD over Jonas Valanciunas. I got AD over Clint Capella. I got him over Sabonis. I got him over Miles Turner. Let me see who else we got here. Big men. I got him over maybe DeAndre Ayton, John Collins, Bam Adebayo, Jaren Jackson. I got him over Kevin Love. I got him over. I don't know if I got him over DeMarcus Cousins. That's rough. That's rough right there. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe you can fill me in. Maybe you can let me know where I'm wrong at here. Please let me know. Comments below. Peace.